Moving PHP code from Windows to Linux. Hey everybody, this is Tom. This is Tom's Tech Show, and yes, I do like doing videos about technology, things that I have around me. I mean, I'm playing with my AirPods all the time. Been very nice. These things work quite well. I can get all the way across to the other end of the house and still be listening on meetings, so that makes that really easy. My other Skull Candy earphones would never even barely get it past the kitchen. So that's kind of nice to have that. You do have to have an iPhone, so I had to switch to an iPhone. I mean, I already had an iPad, so that's nice. I mean, I did take the leap and got an M1 iPad, which I guess is going to be important with iOS 16 or something coming out. So, but anyway, we're not here to talk about that. I mean, I ramble on about technology things. So today we're talking about, I've got a box here. Let's just switch over here. I've got this computer. This computer it's an old Windows 7 virtual machine, and I need to kind of abandon it. I need to get things away from this because it's Windows 7. It's getting old. It's in, a business environment, so it needs to be, basically abandoned and torn down. So, but I do have this code, and I'm using XAMPP. I needed a quick, Apache PHP server, in order to run the reports and get the reports going. And the quickest, easiest way is to just download XAMPP, install it, pick the modules that you want, and then go. So that makes it pretty easy to do if you're doing prototyping. Well, now we're got more reports that we're creating, and I need those to be on something more resilient that users are going to be able to hit and have a little bit more power to it, that's able to run the reports more reliably, right? So that's where we're moving to Linux. Okay, so I've got the XAMPP control panel, and behind here I've got all of my files that I have that run all of the reports. And these reports connect to the database through an ODBC connection, and that's here as a system data connection that just runs out and grabs the data. It makes it easy to reference inside of our database file. So I have consolidated, like PHP allows you to, of course, include other files. So that's where I create a DB connect file that just, all it does is go and connects to the database. So if I need to make any changes to that, I change one file, then all of my code all of my reports are updated. Makes it much easier to do. So there we go. Okay, so now I've got the files moved over. I have them here. Let's see if I can type here a little bit. Okay, here's all of my report files that I had over on the other server. They are here. I have a report, and if I try and click process, I get errors. So what do I need? What do I need to do? Well, there's some modules that I need to load, and I've already run them because I don't want to type all this in. I need to apt-get install freetds, which is a free set of libraries for Unix and Linux. Allows you to talk with Microsoft SQL and Sybase databases. It's nice that they both Sybase and SQL Server work extremely similarly to allow you to use this library for either. So so we need to install that. We need to install unixodbc and then php-sybase. So we're going to be using kind of the php-sybase / modules in order to communicate with the SQL server that we have out in the cloud. So I already have these. They're already installed and ready and done and ready to go. But that's what you do. You do apt-get install and boom, load all these modules. Now some things show, some older references I found said the module was php-5-sybase, but that's like a specific module for PHP 5. So we're many versions beyond that. So just php-sybase definitely gets you the latest version. Okay. So now I want to be able to run my reports, but I need to edit. So similarly, when we're over here at our toolbox and we have our ODBC settings, there's like many pages to go through, right clicking when you add, SQL connection from Windows. You got to go through all the different panels. But in Linux, it's nice because it's a little bit easier. You just come down here and I set my server, put my server name in little brackets, give it the host, the port, and the TDS version that was installed, which in this case is 7.3. And then we save this file off and try and run that, and then that gets me this error. It says PDO construct. There's something wrong with my database connection because I see this is in my DB connect file. So what do I need to do? Let's see. I did some reading, some research, and now we're going to come here, and this requires, instead of saying ODBC SQL, this requires it to say connection equals new PDO. So that's the same, and my user and my secret are the same, but inside here it needs dblib:host equals SQL1, then db name equals MySQL. Now your host and your database are going to be different, but that's kind of the format. dblib:host semicolon database name. So that gets me there. Now I already have this file saved off, so I can just copy it back down. If I can type. To right here. Okay, now if I come back and I try and run my report, do that real quick, just hit a refresh, continue, and boom, there's my data. I'm now running reports, and I had to make one change. So all of my reports in the entire system that I'm doing are going to, if I process it, all of the reports are not working, and that's basically gets me moved over. So a few key things here are the few libraries that you need, which is freetds, unixodbc, and the php-sybase. And then editing the few documents here that we needed, which would be our freetds configuration, which is in etc/freetds, freetds.conf, and that name here, right here, where it says SQL1 will be the name of your server in your database connection. Boom. Pretty straightforward. Makes it pretty easy. It actually flowed pretty well and worked close to the first time that I tried it. Had a few, minor little, glitchy things along the way, but the major thing was just getting the, this format right here for how to put this into the connection string. And then once that was done, boom, everything just started working, and it's like 2 to 3 times faster than the other Windows one. So, my users will be happy. They'll start getting their reports quite a bit faster. Okay, so that's moving from Windows to Linux in kind of an Apache PHP environment. I mean, I do like, that I can just load a XAMPP, just install XAMPP. I need to be able to test this out. Install XAMPP, run through things, check it out, see how it works, and get things done. I like how that's pretty easy to do, but once you get to the point where you're getting it out, distributing to users, you need something more resilient, and that's where switching it over to Linux comes in. And now that we know that we just have to change one string in there on the database connection, boom, should be good and be able to run easily and quickly. All right, here we go. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or you have any problems, feel free to put comments down below. Thanks everybody for subscribing, like, and share this video if you know somebody that needs help with it. And thanks for watching. Take care.